Hey guys, I'm back with another really cool origami. This one is the autumn leaf. This is a perfect little decoration for Thanksgiving time. You make a few of these, put them around the dinner table, put them around the house. Come on, they look pretty awesome. That's actually one of the better looking origamis for what they're supposed to be. And they work for all the fall and autumn seasons. But anyways, there's another really cool thing. They also work as a bookmarker. So, you reading a book? Going through and quick checking my book. I can't read anymore. I got to save my place. In here, there's a nice little pocket. Just kind of slip that in right there in the corner, and it'll save your place. Now, next time you go, no problem. You know exactly where you left off. All right, let me show you how this is made. Okay, this will be the slow tutorial, so you should be able to follow along. We're going to start out with a square sheet of paper, and we're going to fold this in half corner to corner. So I'm going to take this top corner and fold it down to the bottom. So I will line that up, and then when I'm happy, I'm just going to hold it down and then crease it. Just like that. Then I'm going to open this up, rotate 90 degrees so that that crease line is vertical. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to take this top triangle or top corner and fold this down to the bottom corner. So I'll line that up, run my finger up, and then crease this down. Then I open this up. Now I have the creases going corner to corner, and you'll notice they go down. These are the valley folds. So we're going to flip this over, and these become mountain folds where the crease is up. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this flat edge here, this top of this edge, fold this down to the bottom. Then when you're happy, we will crease that down. I'm going to open this up, rotate it 90 degrees, and we're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to take this top edge and fold it down to the bottom. So I'm happy with the alignment. I will crease this down. And then open it up. Okay, so at this point, if you just take your finger, your thumb will hold the side here, your finger will lift up in the center, and the paper should pop up like that. Now, the edges should have the valley folds that come down. Go ahead and just push those in, and then we're going to pull the side and back until we get this triangle. So that's top. This is what we want. Okay, at this point what we're going to do is we're going to hold down one side. We're going to lift up this top flap. And this bottom edge here, we're going to fold it along this center crease line. So I'm going to go right up, and you can lift one side up just to help see that crease line. I know it can be difficult on video, but you should be able to see it on the sheet you're working with. Just go ahead and crease that down. All right, we're going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to take this bottom edge and fold it along the center. These two should line up. This paper here, sometimes they can be a little off, but they're close. All right, and then we will reinforce that. It's not super critical if you're a little crooked, a little bit off. Not in this one. All right, so what we're going to do, holding down one side, we're going to lift up a flap, and then we're going to we're going to push down on one side, but stick our finger in the middle here. We're going to open this up. What we're going to do with this is we're going to fold this down right to that corner. We'll kind of feather this corner so the paper doesn't bind. And then when we're happy with the alignment, we'll crease this down. Just like that. All right, once you do that, you can put your finger on the square. We're going to do the same thing on this side. So we're going to stick Stick our finger in there, open that up. We'll push that one down. We'll smooth down our corner there and crease this down. And now we got these two squares in our triangle. So what we're going to do here is we are going to take this bottom edge of this flap and fold it along the center crease. All right. And we're going to just crease that down once we're happy. We're going to do the same thing to this side. So bottom edge along the center crease. And I just like to make sure the tips come together pretty good. Top should meet, and then you can crease that down. I use the back of my finger to kind of reinforce it a little bit. All right, once we do that, we're going to do the same thing to this square. So I'm going to take this flap, fold this bottom edge along that center crease, and you can lift that. Use that as a guide if you want, and crease that down. We'll do the same thing to this side. So I'm going to lift this, I'll crease that down, just like that. All right, so now we got these two diamonds. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up these sides and this upper flap here. And we're going to fold this back. So what we're going to do is these bottom flaps here, these should fold in nice. But the top ones, since these were folded the other way, we need to reverse that crease. So we're going to find that crease and just kind of reverse it and reinforce it that way. We're going to do the same to both sides. Just like that. And we got a nice diamond. Believe me, this is the trickiest part of this whole thing. If you get this done, you're done with the hardest part. Except we got to do this 3 times. So that's one. We're going to do this. Now we're going to do this side. So we're going to open up these flaps. We're going to lift up and get this top piece out. I like to push on this corner, kind of guide this a little bit. You can do this laying down. You don't have to pick up the paper. So you can lay it down. It's just easier if you pick it up, I think. Because you can follow it, you can see the crease, you can follow it. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I think it's easier. And there we go. Now we have 2 diamonds. So at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these and we're just going to fold it over on top of the other one. Just like that. See that? Flap, just fold that over. We're going to take this flap and then we're going to make the 3rd and final leaf. So I'm going to take this bottom edge, fold it along this center crease, all the way up. And we will crease this down. Then we're going to lift this flap. We're going to push down here. We'll put our finger in the middle. We'll open this up. We'll line these, feather that little corner down. And once we're happy with the alignment, we will crease this down. All right, almost there. Now we're going to take this bottom piece here, fold that along the center crease. All right, just like that. Now I'll go ahead and reinforce that. And then we've got to do this side. So I'm going to take this, fold this right up against the other one. Make sure it comes, our tip looks good. Good there. And then we can fold that down. Reinforce that with my fingernail. Just like that. All right, now the fun part. We're going to lift these. Get that top piece out. We'll fold this down. Reverse those. See, by now you're probably getting pretty good at that, right? You're fast, just like that. All right, hope I didn't go too fast. All right, so at this point, we have our 3 leaves made. Now we just got to put them in place. So what we're going to do is this center flap here, we're going to leave it folded. We're going to grab it and we're going to kind of roll this in place. Then you're just going to kind of align it a little here, there, till you get it. And when you're happy, go ahead and crease that down. You're going to crease the paper right behind it. See? All right. Now we're going to flip this over. We have one more flap. Don't worry, we're not making another leaf. What we're going to do is we're going to do another squash fold. So we'll stick our finger in there. We'll feather this down. Don't crease it yet. All right? So once you have this tip good, flip it over. And then right here where all the diamonds come together, we're going to line that up on the center crease. Then you can go ahead and crease the paper down. All right. Now what we're going to do, once you have that creased, we're going to take this corner flap here, and we're going to fold it along this line here, right where the paper comes out. I'm going to take this point, we'll make sure that stays in the center. We'll go the corners, and we will crease that down. We'll lift this flap, and what we're going to do is we're going to lift up these petals, and we're just going to tuck this flap in here. Just like that. And we'll fold that down. Now you can see our leaf is almost taking shape. It's almost there. We're going to flip this over. What we're going to do is I'm going to take this edge, we're going to fold it along this side of the triangle. We're going to do the same thing on this side. I'll take that edge, fold it on this triangle. So we'll do one side at a time. So I'm going to lift this, I'm going to fold it back, and then crease that down. Just like that. We're going to do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to rotate this so it faces me. This edge goes along this right there. And I will crease that down. Just like that. Okay. Now with the petals pointing towards me, what we're going to do is we're going to lift up this upper flap and this little intermediate. We're going to leave this petal down, but we're going to use that crease line to know how far back we got to fold it. So we're going to keep that point on the center line, or that center crease goes all up and down. And then we're just going to fold that down, just like that. Now this, we're actually done now. This is actually going to be what holds up the model. You can see it standing. I know my camera's pointing straight down, so I'll show you this way. This is what the final model looks like. And do you remember that bookmark open? This pocket right here? That's what you do. You put your page right there in the corner, right in there. Close it up, and you got your bookmark. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click the like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.